The world changed, not gradually, not subtly, but with a roar. A golden light, brilliant and sudden, erupted across the earth. It pulsed, it throbbed, it whispered of ancient power reborn. This was no ordinary dawn. This was the dawn of the Golden Age, the age of gods and monsters, the age of us. For centuries, myths whispered of beings beyond human comprehension. Gods and goddesses, titans and nymphs, they were relegated to stories, fables told to children. But the golden light changed everything. It breathed life into legend. It awoke something primal, something powerful. The earth, once familiar, felt different, charged, alive. There was a new hum to the world, a vibration that resonated deep within our souls. Fear mixed with awe. Excitement warred with terror. We were no longer alone at the top of the food chain. The golden liberation had begun. From the heart of this golden storm emerged figures of impossible beauty and terrifying power. 12 in total, each a deity reborn, their domains etched onto their very beings. They were not the gods of old, not exactly. They were something new, something different, something more. There was Zephyra, goddess of the winds, her laughter a symphony of rustling leaves and howling gales. Beside her stood Atlas, bearing the weight of the world upon his mighty shoulders, his eyes filled with a weary wisdom. Each deity, a force of nature given form. Helios, god of the sun, blazed with a fiery intensity that could both nourish and incinerate. His sister Selene, goddess of the moon, shimmered with a cool ethereal light, her presence a balm to his scorching heat. But among these grand figures, two stood out, two whose powers were as different as night and day. Yet they were connected, two sides of the same divine coin. Their names? Athera and Asterion. Athera, goddess of empathy, radiated a warmth that seemed to embrace the world. Her eyes, pools of molten gold, saw not just what people showed, but the very depths of their souls. She felt every joy, every sorrow, every flicker of hope and despair that rippled through humanity. Asterion, god of Narcissism, was a being of dazzling beauty and chilling indifference. He saw the world as a reflection of himself, his own desires and ambitions paramount. Where Athera felt the pain of others, Asterion felt only his own. They were opposites, yes, but there was also a strange symmetry to their existence. Athera, so in tune with the emotions of others, yearned for a connection she couldn't fully experience. Asterion, lost in his own reflection, craved a validation that remained always just out of reach. Their powers, so different, were also intertwined. For how can one understand empathy without understanding the absence of it? And how can one truly appreciate their own reflection without first seeing the world reflected in the eyes of another? Athera walked among humans, her feet barely touching the ground. Everywhere she went, she felt the pulse of life, the ebb and flow of emotions. A child's laughter brought a smile to her lips. A lover's quarrel filled her with a pang of sadness. She saw the best in humanity, their capacity for love and compassion, their unwavering spirit in the face of adversity. But she also saw the darkness, the greed and hatred that festered in some hearts. It was a heavy burden, carrying the weight of so many emotions. At times it threatened to overwhelm her, but Athera never turned away. She knew that even in the darkest of hearts, a flicker of light remained, and it was her duty, her purpose, to fan that flicker into flame.